Good evening. Welcome to the Super Saturday debate. I'm Zaka Jacob. It's the latest controversy between the BJP and the TMC. A sitting TMC minister, Akhil Giri, made the most obnoxious comments about President Draupadi Murmu. These comments were unacceptable in a public discourse, and rightfully so. It was condemned by his party, the TMC. But the BJP is asking, why is there no action against this minister? Why is he not being removed from the cabinet? Why is no disciplinary action being taken against him? And most importantly, what sort of message does this send? And that too, in a state, in a government that is headed by a woman in Mamata Banerjee. But first, the story.
वो इस तरीके से षड्यंत्र करके इस तरह के बयान दे करके और इस तरह का हंगामा करके न केवल देश को अपमानित किया है बल्कि वहां के कार्यकर्ताओं को भी प्रताड़ित करने का काम लगातार कर रहे हैं.
Protesters are demanding immediate resignation of the minister Akhil Giri.
गलत किया, ठीक नहीं किया, लेकिन ये प्रोवोकेशन था.
Right, let me now go across to our guests who are joining us on the Super Saturday debate. Aparajita Sarangi is Member of Parliament of the BJP, Riju Datta, spokesperson of the TMC, Brinda Adige, social activist, joining us, Subhash Jha is a lawyer, and Mohammad Tausif Rahman, political analyst, also on the broadcast. Let me start with Riju Datta. Riju Datta, you know, what the minister of your government said is absolutely unacceptable, and rightfully so. Your party has condemned it. You've distanced yourself from the comments. But why are you not taking any action against this man? Why is he still continuing to be a minister in the Mamata Banerjee government?
Thank you, Zaka, for coming to me. See, first of all, let me make it very clear what our party stand is. We have the utmost respect for the chair of the President of India, and we have utmost respect personally for Ms. Draupadi Murmu. However, we strongly condemn this despicable remark that was made by one of our ministers, Mr. Akhil Giri. And the most important thing is, as soon as he realized what he said, he has unconditionally apologized and he has posted videos saying of the same. However, because we are in a political debate and, you know, there are BJP doing rallies and asking for him to be sacked and everything, I will only say one small thing. Before a minister gets sacked, if you are acting holier than thou, let me remind your viewers, and you can fact check two things. One, when during the ISKCON Rath Yatra, Mamata Banerjee said that when I asked the BJP of who the Prime President candidate is, they did not disclose me the name. If the name was Draupadi Murmu, I would have unconditionally supported her. Number one. And number two, let me remind your viewers and all the panelists of the BJP's highest leader and the Honorable Prime Minister of this country, who came to Bengal election and catcalled the only women Chief Minister of this country, Mamata Banerjee.
No, two wrongs don't make a right, Riju Datta. No, two wrongs don't make a right. All I'm asking is, you have the first woman tribal president of India. She's had an incredible story, coming from, you know, very, very humble background, rising all the way to become the first citizen of this country. The minister makes an obnoxious comment. Why are you not, not even issuing a show cause notice to him?
See, Zaka, again I will tell you, the party will take action. The party, he has apologized, and the highest, our chairperson is looking over this matter. But I will tell you again this, that it is not a question about his remark. I will tell you, it is not a question about tribal or anything else. It is a despicable comment on a woman, and
yes.
in Mamata Banerjee is the definition of woman empowerment, because she also comes from very humble background, and in this era of women empowerment,
all the more reason why Mamata Didi should take action against her minister. But anyway, let me ask Aparajita Sarangi. Aparajita Sarangi, your party took out a whole bunch of rallies today, protest marches. You went to a police station, complained against him. The NCW has taken cognizance, but the TMC is turning around and saying, for every Akhil Giri who makes obnoxious comments against women, there is always someone in the BJP also who does the same.
A very good evening. It's extremely unfortunate that Akhil Giri has made this kind of comment In fact, we would also not like to utter those words, so despicable they are. But at the same time, I would like to ask the person from the TMC as to what his state government has been doing, what action has been taken against Akhil Giri. I think the entire nation is aghast. We all demand action against the minister. He should be thrown out of the cabinet seat, number one. And number two, Madam Mamata Banerjee, who also happens to be a woman, and she's the only woman chief minister of the country, should be rendering an unconditional apology before the nation. It is her minister. And I can tell you for sure that this is not just the statement of Akhil Giri, just out of blue. In fact, this reflects the mindset of the TMC, anti-woman and anti-tribal mindset.
No, but Aparajita Sarangi, how will you respond to the criticism? One second, Riju, I'll come back to you. Aparajita Sarangi, they are saying that, comments like Jersey cow and 50 crore ka girlfriend was also made by members of your party. That's as demeaning to women.
I can only say at this juncture that deviating from the central concern. Now here they have to apologize. Mamata Banerjee has to come out.
Okay.
It's denigrating the topmost constitutional post of the country. She is the president of the country, right? So we are not here humiliating Madam Draupadi Murmu only. We have actually brought down the constitution of the country and the constitutional standards by which we all stand.
Okay, Riju Datta, quick response, and then I'll go to Brindagi after that. Yeah.
Madam Member of the Parliament, I have some pointed questions. You very subtly sidestep
Today you
Zaka's
cannot
question.
ask us questions.
No, Madam, you are answerable. You are a member of the Parliament, you are answerable.
No,
to the
you
public.
cannot ask
So
questions today.
I ask you, why are you afraid? Why are you shying away? Why are you shying away, madam? Hear me out.
I'm asking you.
Hear me out.
I'm asking you.
Hear me
You
out.
are in the dock.
Please hear me out.
You are in the
Please
dock.
hear me out, Aparajita ji.
You are in the
Trinamool
dock.
has
You can't
50%
ask questions today.
representation. Trinamool Congress has 50%
You have to
representation of women in the
answer to the
parliament.
nation.
What
It's
is
not
your?
a
What have you
question of
done for women
answering
reservation bill?
questions
You are a
of the
woman
BJP.
MP yourself,
You have
madam.
to answer questions of
What
the
No,
happened to
nation.
your
Riju. No, Riju Datta.
Today
No,
you
today's
have to
debate.
answer the question,
Riju Datta,
please.
one second. Today's debate is not about the women's reservation bill.
Can I
It
ask
is
one question?
about a
10
certain
seconds.
mindset which certain politicians, and I'm not saying, it's only there in the TMC. It's there. It's this mindset is there in the BJP. It's there in the Congress. It's there in all political parties that you can make these snide, sly comments about women in public life and you can get away with it. Brinda Adige, that's the moot point of what has happened today, because I don't think any action will be taken against Akhil Giri. Tomorrow somebody else says something obnoxious about women, no action will be taken. It's par for course in our political discourse that snide, below the belt, almost patriarchal comments are made about women in public life and no action gets taken. There's no consequence. There's no price to pay. That's what. That's the reality. Brinda Adige.
You're absolutely right, Zaka. There is no action taken. They are not accountable to it. And they know that they will not be paying any kind of penalty. And like you mentioned, it is across parties and across cadre. It is patriarchal, sexist, misogynistic, and they think that they can get away because they do get away. Nobody does anything to them, not even their party leaders. Now, we expected Mamata Banerjee, being a woman, a leader of the TMC, to be more stringent, more stronger, and condone this immediately. But she did not do that. It's coming today that, they don't like it. This man also, the culprit, did not apologize yesterday. It is because of all of these being raised in media that they are apologizing. What are the kind of laws and policies these leaders and ministers will make for women, their protection, or for interactions that are dignified? Respect for women. We keep talking about it. That is our question. What are you capable of in the parliament if this is what you are in your daily life? This is your mindset. You think feudal. You decide to be patriarchal. And you ask the question, why should anybody question me? We the citizens will question you. We are the tax-paying citizens.
No, so I want to ask Subhash Jha as a lawyer. The National Commission for Women has taken cognizance of this. They have sent notices. But the fact of the matter is the NCW, and I'm using a very harsh word, so I'm adding my caveats here. Apologies to the good folks at the NCW. But frankly, the NCW is a toothless body. it does not have cognizable powers. It does not have powers, penal powers, where it can arrest people for making obnoxious comments like this. So the NCW will continue issuing notices. People like Akhil Giri will continue making these obnoxious comments about women in public life. Like I said, there's no penalty to pay.
You're absolutely right.
Subhash Jha, thank you.
No suo moto action.
Brinda, yield please. The question is to Subhash, yeah. Mr. Jha, you have to unmute, please. Thank you. You have to unmute.
Zaka, you're absolutely right. The law which we have today, for the time being in force, is not adequate enough to deal with the situation, the challenges which we are facing, the kind of challenges which has been thrown before us. Now, I'm on a slightly different issue that women or no women, the attack is on the constitutional head, the President of India. And she doesn't belong to any political party. So somebody from the TMC said that some Prime Minister had even said something against Mamata Banerjee.
Yeah.
But let us not forget that Mamata Banerjee is from a political party. And during the electioneering, we have seen political parties making allegations against each other is not something which is very uncommon.
Okay.
They are subjected to criticism. They are open to criticism. And they must be open to criticism as well if you choose to decide to belong to a particular party and contest election. But the position in law, so far as the President of India is concerned, is quite different and distinct than a women perhaps holding a political party or holding the president of a political party. So these are two different areas in which one has to function. The president doesn't belong to any political party, and he or she cannot be subjected to a criticism or abuse like this. The manner in which he has done. So certainly this calls for disciplinary action by the party president or the chief minister of the state.
Tausif Rahman, what is worse, what makes this even more appalling is that these comments were made by Akhil Giri in the presence of the Women Development Minister in the Bengal cabinet, Shashi Panja, who did not say a word. Either after Mr. Giri made those comments or subsequent to that, she has not said as to why she didn't raise her voice at all when this comment was made by Mr. Giri in a public rally. Tausif Rahman.
So first of all, I believe that Shashi Panja was not there, and secondly, I'm not here to defend Akhil Giri at all, because whatever he has uttered, it's not acceptable. But as far as I know, the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, she comes from a humble background, first of all. And the kind of struggle life she has seen and become a Chief Minister of West Bengal, I give you my personal assurance, not from her, but I give you my personal assurance that she will not tolerate this kind of utter nonsense as West Bengal at all. But sir, let me give you a quick response in 30 seconds that I don't want to start a blame game whatsoever. In back 2021, when the whole BJP team was playing in the ground for the assembly election, you have to remember the words like Gundi, the words like Rakshas, the words like more pathetic words were used. Sir, please let me complete. Sir, let me complete, sir.
What does
sir,
this
please let me complete.
What does that
sir,
have
please,
to do with what happened today?
Sir, I fold my hands.
No,
sir, please.
You can, Tausif, you don't need to fold your hands. You don't need to fold your hands. Just stick to the issue that we are debating tonight. We are debating tonight why Akhil Giri is not facing any action. What was said in 2021 have relevance to what has happened today? Please stick to the issue at hand.
The TMC had the audacity. Sir, the TMC has the audacity and courtesy that they came on the Twitter handle and they gave the apology letter. But sir, last 2 weeks...
Sir, why don't they have the same audacity to take action against Akhil Giri?
Sir, you have to give some time. It's not been 24-40 hours also. But 2 weeks back, the BJP MP Pravesh Verma openly and very happily stood on the stage and he said, we have to do one thing to unite the nation is to boycott the Muslims. As our Honorable President of India comes from a tribal background, he wants to boycott the Muslims in India. No action taken, no apology given, nothing. Sir, how?
Again, Tausif, at the time that Pravesh Verma made that despicable comment, we all had debates, including here on CNN News 18. We all condemned it. But that,
Sir, but there was no apology letter
that
from
has
BJP,
no
sir.
bearing on what has happened today. Please discuss the issue of today.
Sir,
the issue of today is a very, very simple question that's
I
being
am
asked.
not-
Why is Mamata Banerjee, and frankly, you know, you're right in one
Sir,
extent.
I am not defending.
No, one second, let me finish. You're right in one extent that
I'm
today
not defending Akhil Giri, sir.
she is the only woman chief minister in the country. Why is she not taking action against comments made against
Sir,
not just the president of India, but a fellow woman, a woman who has an incredible story?
Sir, you should give credit to Trinamool Congress that they have come with an apology letter.
I would have
immediately.
given
What
all
does
the
BJP
credit
do?
had they issued a
They
show
play-
cause
they
notice
give
to
tickets
Akhil
to the
Giri
rapist.
and asked him for an
They give tickets to the
explanation, and
murderers.
pending that
They
explanation,
give
asked
tickets
him
to
to
the
step
writers
down from the cabinet. Riju
who
Datta.
spread rights, sir.
That is what a political party and a political party headed by a woman should do.
Zaka, my answer is very
Definitely
simple.
it
I
will
was
happen.
hearing
Riju.
I was hearing the lawyer on the panel who said that the people in politics are accountable. My question is, any women, whether in politics or not, cannot be insulted and cannot be made such remarks against. Number one, I am not here to defend Akhil Giri at all. Let me make it very clear. But will Mamata Banerjee take stringent action against him or not? That time will say, and the media will come to know about it. But my question, because I come from a political party and I'm the national spokesperson, and this is a political debate because you have called another member of the parliament, my question is, the party who's acting holier than thou and the Madam MP who's demanding his resignation has recently awarded a fellow in Gujarat an MLA ticket who called Bilkis Bano rapists as Sanskari Brahmins. So it cannot be a one-way street. Just because we are in the opposition and Mamata Banerjee is the female chief minister, sab usko gali do, sab
Okay,
usko pakad lo. Aur baki
Aparajita
sab
Sarangi,
sab
respond.
sab
I mean,
It
you
does
have
not work
given
like that.
tickets to people who are accused, convicted, in fact, in the Bilkis Bano case. The gentleman who called the convicts Sanskari Brahmins, he's also been given a ticket. I mean, surely that's not doing anything
From
for the cause of.
From Godra.
How very unfortunate this is.
Yeah.
Today, there are two supporters of TMC, one national spokesperson and the other political analyst, who are kind of defending what has happened in Bengal. It's so very unfortunate.
Sir,
How can they talk of any other issue?
Zaka, this is not
No, one second. Let her finish. She's making a point. No. It can't be two against one. Sorry. I'm not allowing that. Only Aparajita Sarangi on the screen. Let her finish her point. Let her finish her point. Yeah.
That the nation
Aparajita
is
Sarangi.
posing today.
Thank you.
I repeat, you have to answer the questions that the nation is posing today. In fact, we demand action from the TMC. And what is Mamata Banerjee ji, who is the only woman chief minister of the country, doing? Isn't it her duty to come out into the open and stand before the nation and apologize on behalf of her minister? And the minister should be immediately thrown out. You know, these are the two things. NCW has written to the DG West Bengal for a fair probe. I wonder whether that fair probe would be allowed or not. But the fact remains that we are talking about the topmost constitutional post. Let's not forget that. We are talking about the President of India. Right?
Yeah.
We are not talking about any other person who has said something against the other person. It's about the Constitution of India. So we are actually denigrating the Constitution. We are humiliating the topmost constitutional position. We are not just humiliating Draupadi Murmuji. And we do not forget that TMC never supported the candidature of Madam Murmu. Somewhere or the other, this may also be related to that angst inside TMC.
Ma'am, I take your points, but please answer the question that I think Riju asked. How is it any more empowering to women that you've given tickets to people who have insulted Bilkis Bano, a rape survivor, and tickets have been given to one of the convicts in that case? Tickets have also been given to somebody who praised those fellows in the assembly elections that are coming up in Gujarat. How is that any more empowering to women?
Jaka, just let me tell you that as far as the Prime Minister's works are concerned, he is for the women, he has stood by the women, and we know how important women are. This is one. But today is not the day when they can ask us questions. Today they are in the dock and they have to answer.
Zaka, can I ask one 10-second question?
Okay, 10 seconds and then after that Brinda Adige. Yeah, 10 seconds.
Yes. I, as the national spokesperson of the party, is telling you, Ms. Aparajita Sarangi, from my chief minister, from everybody in the party will come out and univocally apologize for this. Will your party chief and
Where
my
have they apologized?
come and apologize
When is your chief minister coming out and apologizing?
Narendra Modi apologize,
This
then Mamata
involves the
Banerjee will
president
apologize.
of the country.
Do you have the guts to say this?
This
I have the guts to
involves
say
Madam
it.
Draupadi
Do
Murmu.
you have the guts to say this?
You are-
That the Prime Minister who has
Constitution. You
catcalled
are
the
lowering
Honorable
down
Chief
the
Minister
position
will
of the
apologize.
constitutional standards.
Yes or no? Forget the Constitution.
Please don't forget that
Chief
you are
Minister
talking
is
about
also a
राष्ट्रपति का
constitutional
सम्मान.
post. The Prime Minister is also a
आपने
constitutional
राष्ट्रपति का
post. Will
अपमान
the
किया
Prime
है, and
Minister
this you must remember.
apologize to
You
the
cannot
Chief
just
Minister of
draw
West Bengal?
resemblance
Yes or
between
no?
this issue and
No,
any other issue.
Riju, can I, no, 1 second. Riju, can I ask one question? Across this country, it is a crime by law. There is a separate provision of the law in this country called SC/ST Act, whereby you insult anyone of a scheduled caste or a scheduled tribe. That goes in, there is a separate law to deal with that. Why is it that it's been, 24, it's going to be almost 48 hours since this comment was made by Akhil Giri? Why has an FIR not been filed?
FIRs have been filed by BJP, whose house is folding like a...
The police refused to file an FIR. They have taken in the complaint. The FIR, as of right now, has still not been filed by the police.
That's right.
That is the situation.
Then
as
see,
of right now.
I'm not the spokesperson of the West Bengal police.
Of course, you're not. All I'm asking you is, shouldn't that be the starting point? A person of scheduled tribe origin has been insulted. There is a law in this country that separately deals with that. Shouldn't the basic and the most starting point be that an FIR be registered for this obnoxious comment?
See, that is completely among... I request you to go and file an FIR for that. How can I...
No, why should I? I mean, the state should take cognizance. That shows the intent of the state. That shows the intent of the law.
Listen, Zaka. Politically, the party has apologized. The party has not stood by it. Well, the person in concern has come on media and univocally and unconditionally apologized to the president, as the chair of the president, and to Madam President.
So, Subhash Jha, isn't that a fair question to ask? If indeed the TMC was remorseful, forget about taking action against Akhil Giri. That I think we've established that so far no action has been taken, and let's see if any action will be taken. But more importantly, shouldn't a basic case be registered against him, a basic FIR registered against him for comments made against a person of scheduled tribe origin? Subhash Jha, yeah. Thank you.
Zaka, let me tell you that we will be heading for disaster if a complaint under SC/ST prevention of atrocities on scheduled castes and scheduled tribes could be pressed into service for abusing or for saying something which is derogatory as against the President of India, who incidentally happens to be a member of the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. Now, I think that is too far-fetched an argument, and I don't think that the President of India is required to take refuge of she being a member of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe for the purpose of registration of an FIR.
No, I'm not saying she should. No, once again, I'm not saying she should file. Today, I believe. Once again, just give me 10 seconds. I believe members of the Mahila Morcha of the BJP went to a police station in Kolkata, registered a complaint. So far, the police have not converted that complaint into an FIR. That's the information that we have.
No, you're right. I mean, in a case like this, if somebody seeks to invoke SC/ST Act, because our president happens to be a member of the SC/ST community, and therefore a first information report could be registered.
Okay.
But only if it is only defamation, which is punishable under section 499, and the punishing section is 500 of IPC.
Okay.
It's not a cognizable offense.
Okay, got it.
So no police can take
Brinda, I'll give you the final
of...
word. I think forget about the legalese, forget about FIRs and stuff. Ultimately, it's a question of how are we treating women who are in the public domain. In this case, it happens to be the president. Therefore, there is a lot of hue and cry around it. But every day, women in the public domain in this country get abused. Brinda.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Zaka. Look at all the candidates who have got tickets. They have some kind of a case against them. that they have either ill-treated, raped, abused women, and like it was pointed out, what was the need to give ticket to this Godhra MLA? He was on the panel talking about Sanskari Brahmins, and because of that, they are not criminals. Unacceptable. 1.3 billion population of India, and we haven't found a worthier person other than that man. That is what is appalling and dangerous, because they are going to be sitting there making policies.
I got to wrap up. We'll see if any action is taken at all against Akhil Giri. For the moment, though, I want to thank all our guests for joining us on the Super Saturday debate. As we wrap up, we want to play an excerpt of what happened this evening at the Hindustan Times Leadership Summit. Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma reiterated the BJP's commitment to the Citizenship Amendment Act, even though it's been a couple of years since it's been passed. It has not been notified yet as law, but he says it's only a matter of time. But the BJP's commitment is firmly with the CAA. We leave you with this. Thanks for tuning in.
The CA is being discussed in the forum of Supreme Court. BJP is committed to CA. It is a Hindu's legitimate right to become citizen in their motherland because they have suffered a lot, and we fully stand by the CA. The rules, sir? I think you see that there is a people who protested against CA. Thereafter, COVID comes. So it is in a process, but BJP remain committed. Parliament has passed the legislation. It is a matter of time when you will see.
So it's
CA
not
rules.
just talked about when elections are coming?
No, it has nothing to do with election, because those people who will vote because of CA, I think they will not together count even 2 or 3 parliamentary seats in the country's landscape. After all, this is a country of 100 crores plus. CA is a part of commitment, CA is a part of our ideology, and we will implement it the way we have. Somebody questioned where is Ram Mandir, when it will come. You have seen Ram Mandir now. Somebody has questioned us when 370 will go. It has gone.
Yeah.
And the same way you will see UCC coming, the same way you will see CA coming.